Click like and subscribe right now for 19 years of good luck. What's up, guys? It's your second favorite PE teacher, Denver, and these are the 15 things that only OG veteran players remember in Fortnite. Get ready to take a walk down memory lane and even see things about Fortnite you never even knew existed, even if you are an OG. Right now, tell me your favorite thing that you remember about Fortnite down in the comments, your favorite memory, and see if you can get in the next video like these guys, and let's get started. Number one, not many people know this, but when Fortnite just started, the scars sounded totally different than they do now, but some people hate the new sound of the scar that we hear today, and instead want the old sound back that Ninja and Ali A used to play with here.
I stole it. Nice. Got another one.
So it sounded a lot more like a laser, but the sound now is good too. Do you guys like the old scar sound or the new one? Number two, back in the day, there was no way to practice building. We didn't have creative or zone wars or anything. So OG Season 1 and 2 players remember landing in a now removed location called Wailing Woods just to practice ramping and double ramping. That's right, number three, triple layer ramps and double ramping was the peak of building in Fortnite, and only the best players could pull it off. Obviously today looks a lot different than back then, and we can laugh at how hard we thought this was, but Wailing Woods will always bring back good memories. Number four, do you guys remember in Chapter 1, Season 1 when Fortnite had friendly fire? If your teammate had a scar, you could just, well, we'll say just take it from them. Now this obviously made for some funny trolls and hilarious accidents like this one.
Oh my god. I killed my teammate. Oh my god.
So players quickly complained and felt bullied, so Epic took it away from us, but do you think they should have kept this in the game? Number five, with traps recently being vaulted after being in the game forever, there was one trap that most players forgot existed, unless you are a true veteran, and it was called the ceiling Zapper trap. This thing was so loud you could hear it outside a house, but because we were all noobs back then, we still ran right into it. Although this was replaced by the damage trap for the next many seasons, tons of players still miss this ceiling Zapper and want it back. Number six. Now, of course, you guys know who Daequan is, but do you remember how he rose to fame in Fortnite? Daequan was one of the best players in the game with the shotgun, so what happened when Dae could use two shotguns at once? The double pump was one of the best and scariest loadouts we've ever seen in Fortnite history because it looked and sounded like this. So not everybody was a fan of the double pump, and pros like Ninja wanted them removed, but tons of people wish we had it back in the game. Number seven, the guided missile launcher. Once upon a time, these were the most overpowered weapons in the game because you could sit a mile away and rain down terror on your enemies from the safety of a 1x1 with a window open. Now imagine an entire squad with four of them, and yeah, this was before we had a max on the amount of rockets you could hold. Epic eventually removed it and pros were happy, but they brought it back, only this time it was slow and terrible and nobody used it, so Epic got rid of it for good. But rest in peace, guided missile launcher, you will be missed. Number eight, with all the complaining about lack of mobility these days, Epic should take us back to a time when you had these bad boys spread across the map. Hot Rocks showed up in Season 4 with the meteors and were one of the many things that made Season 3 and 4 feel like the best seasons to date and gave us highlights like this. Number nine, something about music always brings back a rush of good memories, and you can't talk about old Fortnite without hearing the original song and feeling like you're back in Season 2 again. Days when all of our friends were on and not everybody was the best builder. Not gonna lie, that song actually makes me kinda sad, but let's appreciate the memories we made together in the good days and take a look at number 10. Speaking of early memories, some of you remember TSM Myth, aka the Architect, and how insane he was at building. Now just a warning, you might laugh now, but this was the best building we saw in Fortnite at the time, as TSM Myth took down the legendary Twitch streamer Summit1G in front of tens of thousands of people, when Myth only had around 30 viewers at the time. Take a look.
Let's go, baby!
Now Myth took off from this moment on, but eventually he did lose his place as the building king of Fortnite. For us OGs though, Myth will forever be the Young Architect. Number 11, speaking of building, when it finally started taking off and we saw the birth of Sweaty TTV by the ways, Epic finally put a fancy new mode in the game called Playground, and players celebrated when it first started out. You had to loot all the mats and weapons yourself though, which is definitely a lot different from the creative mode we have now. Now most players would almost tear down tilted towers just getting enough mats to 1v1 their friends, and then had to call out a start time from the clock and have their backs to a wall like Lachlan did here.
Ready? You gotta win this, so you're out. Oh!
Now times have changed, but tons of us veterans miss 1v1s in Tilted, and creative battles these days are easier, but they just aren't the same. Number 12, one of the most requested items to make its way back to Fortnite are bounce pads, but some of you guys remember, even before that, we had directional bounce pads that would launch you forward based on the way you walked onto the pad. Now we do miss the regular bounce pads as well, but OGs would love to see the directionals back in the game again someday to pull off some big plays. Number 13, brought to you by the legendary builder Raider464. He remembers when consoles were limited to only 30 FPS and put these players at a huge disadvantage. Eventually, consoles got their bump to 60 FPS, but the best PC players were already pushing to 144 or 240 FPS when Epic added cross-platform play. And even more recently, the iPad Pro got 120 FPS to beat out consoles. Now, poor Switch players are still stuck at 30 FPS, putting them at a massive competitive disadvantage. But do you think Epic will make things more fair? I guess we'll see. Number 14, Teef came up out of nowhere, and then he was picked up by FaZe Clan, and then of course had a huge controversy when he tried to get out of FaZe Clan because he felt his contract was unfair. But that's besides the point. Teef was known for how many exploits he could find, like this one here where he found he could shoot through the door as it was opening.
It's just that easy.
And Teef was actually one of the first ones to use this glitch in competitive play where a trap could actually go through the ceiling.
Don't you build under my woods, brother.
Now Epic fixed that fast after Teef made it popular, but the most popular glitch ever that Teef popularized was peek shooting and looked like this.
There we go.
So Teef used to be known for a lot more than being just upset and angry at Fortnite. And to many of us, he will always be the king of exploits and a true OG on the Fortnite scene. Number 15, this should have been number 1 in the video, but there was one event that really put Fortnite on the map as the biggest mainstream game we've ever seen. And this is when Ninja played with Drake and blew the internet up. The two first talked on the phone and viewers shot up because nobody could believe it was actually happening. Ninja and Drake ran some duos and his stream broke a record for having almost 700,000 viewers at one time. Check out these highlights from that night.
One fan moment. My wife wants to say hello.
Hi, Drake. Hi, Drake.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, she can hear you.
Oh yeah, alright. What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, let's run away. These guys are gonna snipe us.
Okay.
And they have to come to us because of the zone and push us.
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay, so someone just died. 2 guys just died. 2v2.
Yeah.
So they shot him out.
Oh, I see it. I see them. Okay, so yeah, it's just those guys left on the top of this.
Alright, I should have enough. I should have enough materials to.
Oh, he sniped me. That is crazy. You gotta get the dub for it. We're trying to crawl by.
And what do you know? They're launching.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the other one just landed behind you.
Got it, baby.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, they're down. Last guy's right in front of you. Southwest, right? They're both right here behind this wall.
Yeah. Let's go. I tagged him for 100. Let's go. Go. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Let's go. How many kills did you have that game?
14.
Yeah, what the?
This event will go down in history as one of the most exciting moments, not only for Fortnite, but for gaming in general, and broke through a ton of barriers that maybe gaming was just for a certain type of person. But when even ESPN is tweeting out the 2-year anniversary of it, you know that gaming is going mainstream, and this one single event helped it massively. We wanted to give you guys one more bonus memory in history, and that was when Marshmello held a live concert in front of millions of people. If the Drake and Ninja event didn't do it, this made Fortnite and gaming even more mainstream, and many other artists and musicians and even tons of pro athletes are more and more streaming on Twitch and open about playing video games, especially like Fortnite, because of moments like this. Hit like and sub right now, guys, and leave me a comment telling me your favorite thing from all these memories. Or, of course, if we missed any of your favorite memories, let us know down below, and we might put your comment in for a part 2 video. Have a great day. Love, Denver.